Peace be with you and welcome to Spiritual Chords. If you're new here, welcome. If you're returning back, welcome back. Hopefully everybody is doing well. Hopefully everybody is using their intuition, using their own discernment, thinking for themselves, projecting out what you want your reality to be, and leaving those illusions behind. That is my hope for you. Come on in, beautiful beings. Shout out to my high vibrational soul tribe family. I love y'all so much. Come on in. Let's dig on into this energy. Let's dive into it. Let's pull back the layers by way of truth and clarity. So somebody did a truth spell on you, whoever you are. You're somebody that speaks the truth, though, which I find to be quite interesting. Somebody deemed you to be a liar, somebody that was not telling the truth. And so somebody did some type of truth spell, truth serum, only to really find out the truth, that you were walking in the truth all along. Okay, well, I don't know. That's what I heard when I was meditating. Let's just see, Holy Spirit, what's going on? Scorpio, okay. Big Scorpio energy. Somebody could be from Pennsylvania, Mississippi, Texas, all right. Georgia, okay. Clarify what's going on, Holy Spirit. North Dakota, job interference. So somebody's trying to interfere with something that you do. Clarify this person that did this truth spell. Ain't no fun now that the rabbits got the gun. I feel like the gun is your tongue. I feel like you're speaking the truth. You are the Ace of Swords, Mr. and Mrs. Ace of Swords, okay. So you walk with the Ace of Swords. You walk in the truth, which means that you tell yourself the truth. So it's easy to walk in that energy. It's easy to speak your truth quietly, however you choose to do it, silently. And so now somebody doesn't like the truth, okay? So somebody's like, I want to know the truth. What is your truth? They can't handle your truth. Ain't no fun now that the rabbits got the gun. Maybe their truth serum backfired. Maybe they can't tell a lie now. Clarify what's going on, Holy Spirit. Clarify. Somebody wanted to humiliate you. That's what I just heard. Guilty. Declared guilty by way of a trial, judge, and jury. Let's just assume that the universe is the judge. The angels are the jury. The ancestors are declaring this person to be guilty. Something that they did that was wrong, okay? I feel like somebody needed you to lie. Or somebody wants to know your truth. Maybe they want to know about your life. Maybe they feel like you're not talking about it. I just heard, tell me the truth. Okay, well, why? What do you plan on doing with this information when you get it? You know what I mean? When people inquire too deeply about somebody else's life, it absolutely resembles obsession. It's like, why you need to know? I wonder what she got going on. I wonder what he has going on. Well, why don't you ask them? And whatever parts of there's something that's going on that they decide to share with you, well, that's the part that you're going to get. Now what? Okay? It's a two-way street. That's what I just heard, a two-way mirror. Somebody thought this was going to be like, I can see you, you can't see me. I'm going to see your truth. But in the process, they exposed themselves. That's crazy. Somebody's exposed their own truths. Oh, whoa, maybe there was something they didn't want nobody to know. They're being found guilty, though. They still don't want something to come out. I could tell by the way of the energy of the cards. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Let's get this energy out. Holy Spirit, beautiful divine angels, Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Gabriel. Thank you for being here, coming to bring balance as we all tap in. Thank you, Holy Spirit. What's going on? Who's this person? Scorpio energy. What's going on? The hangman. Piscean energy. Okay. So somebody wants to see something your way. They want to see through your perception of truth. And I only say it was a truth spell because earlier this morning, this card just fell out of my deck as I was cleaning my desk off. And I saw truth spells. I'm like, interesting. Okay. So accidentally telling the truth, like a Freudian slip. Somebody wanted you to accidentally tell all your business. But this is the thing. When you're being transparent and you walking around in this energy like you don't really give a damn what anybody knows, like, what the hell? I feel like somebody thought that you were embarrassed about your truth or embarrassed about a story that you could have absolutely resonated with at certain parts of your life. And I feel like somebody wanted to humiliate you so that you would have back to back Freudian slips, subconsciously telling your truth without realizing it, but you're walking in the truth. So the hangman energy, somebody wanted to see through your eyes. They wanted to monitor you. That's what I just heard. Clarify. Ain't no fun now that the rabbit's got the gun. The hangman. Yeah, somebody wanted to hack into your consciousness. Ace of Wands, to see your truth, to walk in your truth. Okay. Who's the Scorpio? Holy Spirit. Who's the Scorpio? Why is this person significant? The Lovers. Could be a lover here. Gemini energy. Clarify the Lovers. Scorpio. What's going on there? King of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. Okay. So there's a King of Pentacles. Earth sign energy predominantly. Could be any sign. What is this about? What's the Scorpio energy about? Who's this? So you could be somebody that somebody did a truth spell on so that you would tell your truth. Yeah, look. Page of Swords. Somebody wanted to remote view through your consciousness to see your truth, to see your memories. What happens when you control or delete certain memories? Does the person get caught up in an illusion that they believe is a lie? Maybe this is what encourages them to do a truth spell. Because with the Akashic records, one can't be for certain what the truth is, especially once you've ascended beyond the illusions of the past, by way of deeming time to be just that, of an illusion. Right now, in this moment, your memories are not the same memories. So what exactly was somebody trying to do? Clarify what's going on. Ain't no fun now that the rabbit's got the gun. The tables have turned. Now somebody got to expose their truth. Oh, whoa. Where are they going? You got the Chariot and the Eight of Cups. I feel like somebody's trying to run from something. Obviously, there's motion. Eight of Cups is walking away. The Chariot, okay. Cancerian energy, Piscean energy, Page of Swords. Is somebody trying to get downloads, information from you? What did this person plan to do with this information once they got it? Eight of Pentacles, toil and labor. Take it to work, use it to work for them. What is this? Clarify. What is this? Eight of Pentacles. What is this? Okay. The Nine of Swords and the Eight of Wands. Somebody was trying to speak something into your consciousness while extracting your truth. Or maybe they felt they needed to know your truth in order to find something in you to speak into your mind. Nine of Swords. It's like somebody's up in some like weird ass mental matrix. The Nine of Swords is like weird ass energy. It's nothing but illusions. Fear, hatred, anger, all low vibrational energies is the Nine of Swords. It's like having a low vibrational conversation with something very, very dark. But with the Page of Swords energy, I feel like somebody wanted to get into your ideas with the Ace of Wands to see how you think. But with the Eight of Cups and the Chariot and the Eight of Wands, yeah, somebody's energy was like trying to come towards you to communicate something. This could have been like mind control or whatever the hell this is. Okay, let's see. You wanted the mind control. Clarify. Why is this here? The Two of Pentacles. They can't seem to figure out your thoughts. Somebody can't seem to figure out how you're aware of the fact that they try to control your mind, tap into your consciousness, see your truth. Oh, that's interesting. Because again, let's just talk about the Akashic records. When somebody wants to know what you've gone through, the something that you've gone through doesn't exist anymore, by way of time being the illusion. So somebody could very well be stuck in a certain layer, if you will, a fabric, a grid of something that you've already discarded on a mental level. The Ace of Wands is here. New thought, free thought. It reminds me of that video that I just uploaded. You're out here screaming free thought, and somebody's like a pigeon standing by. Yeah, trying to enslave you, but really they're a slave to your truth. This is somebody that's restless. They just have to know the truth. They just gotta know. Okay, let's talk about this truth spell. What happened? The tables have turned. That's what Spirit said. That'll teach them. This shit backfired. The Five of Pentacles. Okay, the Five of Pentacles is your throat chakra. Taurus energy. What you speak out into the atmosphere, how you're projecting your inner self, how you are showing Oh, throat chakra. Damn. I feel like I'm about to piss somebody off. Sucks to be them. Jeez, you little pissy. Five of Pentacles is Taurus energy. Taurus energy is your throat chakra. How you're communicating, what you're saying. So somebody wanted to control your say, speak your truth, make you speak the truth. Why do they need to know this? What is the point of it? What did this person plan to do with knowing what they believe is your truth? What did they plan to do? I don't know what this is. Oh, yeah, this is all bad. Somehow somebody wanted to change your spiritual contract, your destiny. Nine of Swords is mental. Eight of Pentacles, toil and labor. They worked really, really hard. Page of Swords, to remote view through you, to see through you, to program you. This could have been some type of like very diligent projection. Okay, with the Eight of Cups and a Chariot. Something about you moving forward. But the Wheel of Fortune, somebody was trying to take your Wheel of Fortune and turn it upside down and put you back in some type of an illusion. But again, I feel like within your Akashic records, I don't know if people really process what the Akashic records are about. Your Akashic records is pretty much your work that you've done. It includes a lot of your traumas, a lot of your illusions, basically. Let's just sum it up to that. The Akashic records is all of your illusions. So somebody's tapping into that. They're now stuck under what they need to see or be as your truth that is no longer your truth. It doesn't resonate with you, right? Hence the fact that you've gone through an awakening. You've awakened to the fact that most of what you experienced was an illusion. So it's like somebody digging through your trash. Yeah, like digging through what you've discarded. Four Cups in the reverse, right? This is your energy, like having the energy of, I've not missed any opportunities. My opportunity is in the now to live in my truth, to speak in my truth. And with that comes transparency. So there really is nothing to hide. But what exactly was somebody planning to do? One has to know, hey, with everything that you do, you have some form of an intention. Okay. What was this person's intention? What was their intention? Yeah, they wanted your Ace of Cups. Somebody wanted your Ace of Cups. Somebody wanted your Ace of Wands. Somebody wanted your Wheel of Fortune. It's in the reverse, though. Clarify, ain't no fun now that the rabbit's got the gun. Show me this person. Justice is here. This card has been coming out a lot with this Libran energy. Justice, the scales are being balanced. Somebody has been found guilty of trying to hack into the Akashic records only to be stuck in an illusion of what they needed to be your truth. Somebody went in and tried to reprogram your Akashic records, rewrite your trauma in order to keep you in a cycle that you absolutely have discarded. Why is this person digging in the trash? That's really what this is. They're digging in the trash. Justice, that's what the Akashic records is. You don't need it. It's the shadow. It's dead. It's not even real. It's dense energy. There's nothing really affecting anything. There's really no cause of anything. So what exactly was this person trying to do? What were they trying to do? Yeah, to block your gifts. The Ten of Pentacles in the reverse. To block your Wheel of Fortune. Okay, ain't no fun now that the rabbit's got the gun. Show us this person. The Empress in the reverse. This could have been a mother figure. Or just a weird feminine that is feeling as though time is not on their side. Whatever you deem time to be. You know, we use time as a very loose term, but we know that it's an illusion. The Empress in the reverse. Seven of Pentacles. Somebody wanted to plant some type of thoughts in your free thinking and your free consciousness. You had already set your consciousness free. You've already awakened. Yeah, this is about your new beginning. Somebody also wanted to project onto you maybe reconciliation. Okay, there's a dark feminine here that could have wanted to reconcile with you. Seven of Pentacles, but she wants to know how you think. She wants to know what you're thinking. How are you thinking? What is your truth? Can you tell me your truth? Seven of Pentacles. This person has put in a lot. They've invested a lot of their energy, their time into whatever this project is. You know, they've taken on your life as a project. They feel like they've made it their business. Ain't no fun now that the rabbit's got the gun. Six of Pentacles in the reverse, only to be let down. Again, if this person was mentally trying to hack into your consciousness, okay, they're lost somewhere in the Nine of Swords with the Eight of Pentacles, like working, toil and labor diligently, trying to get out of some type of mental torment by way of the shadows. This is why there's certain doors that are forbidden. You're not supposed to check up on everybody. Now listen, I know recently I've been getting what I'd like to consider a lot of peculiar, dense energies that seem to want to latch on to these readings and latch on to this platform, right? And so oftentimes, you know, you'll see weird comments and, you know, I won't block them. I just kind of let it be. I let it sit there. I let it marinate because I know that it is merely, you know, something that is stuck to them. I know that. Okay, it can't go anywhere. It's not welcome, not in my spiritual hemisphere or on this platform. So quite peculiar energy, spell work. This is what I saw in the comments the other day. This is really familiar. This energy, it reminds me of some of the comments that I saw on a live stream that had premiered on this platform. And you know, people sometimes type their prayers out. You'll know the ones that are doing some type of spell work under the illusion of the Nine of Swords because they'll say things that don't resonate with the reading. They're not really here to watch the reading. They're here to simply project and to withdraw. Project something by way of an illusion and withdraw some type of knowledge to make it their own. But this is the thing, when you come up against somebody that has mastered their mind with the Ace of Cups, right? They've mastered themselves. They're in alignment with the divine. They know that they're protected. They know that there's no harm that can come to them. Who on God's good green earth is running to and fro trying to hack into somebody else's consciousness? You got to be careful. I've seen a lot of people really fight to destiny swap. And they'll inherit somebody's pain and trauma. And then it's like, well, I don't want this. But wait a minute. You wanted to see the truth, though. You really can't handle the truth. So what do you do when you come up against a supernatural being that you don't know is a supernatural being because you don't have the eyes to see it? Apparently, not if you're doing something like this. Not if you're working this hard. Empress in the reverse, 10 of Pentacles in the reverse, 6 of Pentacles in the reverse, Wheel of Fortune in the reverse, the 5 of Pentacles. Okay? And you got the nerve to try to think for somebody in the midst of their consciousness, but you can't think for yourself enough to decide that this ain't where you're supposed to be. You deserve to be stuck in somebody's darkness then. How can you come for my power, but you don't want my sins? Oh, it's a package deal. It's a package deal. They kind of go hand in hand, you know. There really is no other way around it. Somebody wanted the shortcut to your situation, to your truth. That's what I see. Okay? Clarify this person. 10 of Pentacles in the reverse with the Empress in the reverse. What is the deal? They're not doing okay. They're not doing okay. Because whatever this is, you broke free from it. 8 of Swords in the reverse. So somebody attempted to take your destiny. Let's just assume that it's the biggest hoax you could ever sell somebody going to these practitioners. It's illusion magic. They're putting you under an illusion. You can't be the collective. You gotta end up being yourself. Even if you're just a raggedy version of yourself at the time, you can't swap out destinies, not to that capacity. You got supernatural beings from other realms, dipping and diving through planets, jumping through portals. This is like mediocre work, you know. It's very tedious, very petty, very weird, very just abnormal behavior, right? If to say that. So you got the 8 of Swords in the reverse, right? Which means that now somebody's trying to figure out how to get out of your memory. Somebody wanted to go deep. Somebody went deep diving into your consciousness, trying to discover your truth. thinking that they were going to be able to extract something, maybe to win. So ego is at play here. It's a mindless activity. So ego's at play, okay? Whoever this person is, they're stuck. I don't know what the hell they tried to do. Trying to open up a portal. Okay, is that what happened? Wow, that's crazy. The moon, yeah, look, they're hiding the fact. They're hiding the fact that they want to know your truth. The Ace of Swords. Somebody's like, how do you do that? How are you you? What do you mean? What did you do? I gotta know. I need to know. I need to know. I'm in your binds. I'm out of time. You're out of line. You stood in line for a slice of the devil's pie. The moon. They hid this. It's like a hidden plan, a hidden motive, tactics, strategically, if you will. The Knight of Pentacles. This could be somebody that's approaching you as a friend. You know, where have you been? Type energy. The Seven of Wands. This person didn't know how protected you were. They usually never know. They usually can't see how protected you are. Yeah, they really can't see it. You know why? Because they're too busy believing a lie that they need to know your truth in order to move forward. But when they see your truth, they can't handle your truth. So somebody's sitting out here looking crazy. Clarify. Who's a Scorpio? You could be a Scorpio. Yeah, look. The Hermit in the reverse, y'all. It's almost like the Hermit in the reverse. It's like you block this person from your intuition. You block them literally within your old consciousness that you put in the trash. They're blocked. They're unlike a certain program. Hermit in the reverse, their intuition is blocked. I feel like you're in motion. Yeah, look, Page of Pentacles in the reverse. It's like somebody tried to plant a seed, tried to speak something into your mind, dominate your truth, get you to reveal your truth. That's what I feel. Clarify. This shit backfired so bad, child. Page of Wands in the reverse. Somebody got bad information. Wait a minute. Somebody may have encountered one of your psychotic episodes. Probably your most severe dark night of the soul. This is not looking good. Page of Pentacles in the reverse and the Page of Wands. Listen, you know what's so funny? As the High Priestess, Ace of Cups, the Ace of Wands, you saying, ooh, that looks bad. Girl, you stuck over there? Or guy, you stuck in that? That don't even resonate with me anymore. All you had to do was have a conversation with me. I would have given you what it was that you needed. But I feel like you needed more of what it was that you were willing to give. And this is how you ended up stuck. The Eight of Swords in the reverse. Because now somebody's in some type of mental imprisonment. Child, I know you lied. I just heard, I know you lied. And the truth ain't in you. And somebody did a truth spell. Ooh, they were not ready for the truth. Page of Pentacles in the reverse. Page of Wands in the reverse. It's like bad news. Okay, this could have been a tactic. This could have been somebody trying to plant some type of dark, nasty energy into your mind. Oh, clarify the Empress in the reverse with the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse. Yeah, the Star. Somebody wants to be the star. They want to shine bright. They want to be illuminated. This smells like a consciousness swap, a destiny swap. Somebody that wants to take notes, but then they just want your truth. They don't need all the extra. Well, the extra is pain, turmoil, crying, going crazy, fighting demons, breaking generational curses, breaking soul ties. So you want the power, you want the high vibrational consciousness, but you don't want them sins. Show me these weird ass people that keep coming to the comments. How you bitches doing? I knew you raggedy bitches was here. The devil. I told you, listen. I love the fact that a lot of people think that just because you crack jokes and you're laughing and you're well with what you've gone through, that you are just like you have a low IQ, like you just dumb out in these spiritual streets. You did not get this far, collected, with the Ace of Cups, Ace of Wands, being an idiot. And even when you were an idiot, you owned up to it. You were honest with yourself, like that was some dumb shit. I need to stop that. That's the only way to get to the Ace of Swords. Somebody's obsessed. A couple of them come to the chat, but they don't comment. You know what I'm saying? When I mean that, I mean like, let's just say I post the video, boom, it's up. and there's no live chat. They won't comment under the actual video in the permanent comments. They like coming to the live stream because in their minds, they're doing some type of spiritual work. See, I'm getting the attention of a lot of people, apparently. So now it's like, can she see us? Does she know that we're here? Yeah, we know you're there. Are we paying attention to you? No. You can absolutely recognize something without giving it attention. It's just like, oh, there's a group of devils. Huh, wow. Obsessively watching. A mess. The King of Swords. Clarify, Holy Spirit. And the Four of Swords. Somebody could fall asleep to tarot. Somebody could be listening to tarot a lot. These people could be listening to this platform, other platforms. They're trying to find a shortcut, how to get into the collective's mind, how to change their consciousness. So the words that they type are words that they want to stick to us, but they don't resonate. So how is that so? Because y'all are in the Nine of Swords. Okay. Clarify truth serum. Yeah. You could be a Scorpio. King of Cups energy, or you have some type of death placements. Clarify death placements, Scorpio, King of Cups energy. You speak the truth. You're definitely a psychic. Yeah, the Knight of Cups. You know what's so interesting? The Knight of Cups to the King of Cups. You come off to a lot of people as somebody naive. You come off to a lot of people as maybe like a young person. Maybe like you don't know anything. But you're very emotionally stable. You've won some type of, how do you say, energetic tug and pull of your heart. Yeah, when you speak the truth, you don't need to stutter. You don't need to choke. You don't need to nothing. It's almost like somebody wants to choke the truth out of you. But you're walking in the truth. And they don't believe the truth. There has to be a lie in your truth. The only lie is somebody laying down in the matrix of a consciousness that you've gotten rid of. They're stuck there. Empress in a reverse, Ten of Pentacles in a reverse. Somebody's lost their spiritual gifts, trying to block your gifts or trying to take your gifts. The Eight of Swords is in the reverse. Somebody wanted to entangle your mind, bind your mind. Okay, this is what I'm seeing. Clarify, why would you be so preoccupied with somebody else's brain? Because you have a gift, the Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, so this is another this is like a festering energy, planting festering things and watching them grow. It didn't work on you, collective. Ain't no fun now that the rabbits got the gun. The tables have turned. It didn't work on you. Strength. You're too in alignment. So somebody needed you to be like this Knight of Cups energy. You got the devil here. Clarify this devil that's watching. The fool. They feel like a fool. Maybe they're questioning their IQ or something like that. You're coming up as the king to the Queen of Cups. Somebody that's psychic. The Star, you could be in the public eye. Or you're just being recognized. Whatever this is, the Fool. Somebody wanted you to be in this energy of redundancy. You know, not getting new downloads. Can we just be honest here, y'all? Listen, these people don't know what the hell they doing. Look at you. You're a supernatural being. You have an aura right now that's around you that people can't comprehend. It's definitely a peace that is surpassing all understanding. Three of Pentacles. There's a Capricorn here that's really obsessed with you, or there's three people in this energy of the devil, like a desire to know. We have to know. Okay. Show me these people. Definitely doing black magic. Interesting. The Magician in the reverse. Clarify this black magic. Child, this shit is so done. I love it. Listen. I feel like when people are big-headed by way of having a big ego, or they let things go to their head, they assume that they can come for anybody. You know the saying, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. You can do all things through Christ that strengthens you. One thing you cannot do is come for somebody that's a whole spiritual God out here, though. Because you feel like your life ain't got nothing else going on. You done lost creativity. And this is what you sought to do. This was the extracurricular activity. Bad idea. Look, Three of Pentacles. It's a few people here. This is like a group of people. The Five of Wands in the reverse. This is really how they feel. They feel defeated. Yeah, Five of Wands. I got crows outside my window crying. The crows have been telling me the truth since I was a child. Something like that. Truth serum. Okay. It's your confidence. Yeah. The Nine of Cups, your wishes are being fulfilled. And somebody wants to know how. The Two of Cups. Okay. People like you. They love you. Temperance. You keep balancing stuff out. Clarify this group with the Five of Wands in the reverse. Yeah. They're watching. How y'all doing? That was a rhetorical question. I know how y'all doing. Y'all are losing. The Magician in the reverse. You did some type of mind control, something. This also could have been like a suicidal energy with the Nine of Swords and the Magician in the reverse to manipulate your truth. That's what I just heard. Maybe to make you not be the Empress, okay? So we know High Priestesses in the public eye. We're already aware. But, you know, just like with diet, you know, I heard Mystic Nine say the other day how after you ascend to a certain level, there's just certain things that you just don't want to put in your body. It's not a struggle. It's just like it just kind of falls away, right? Remember when you used to like to eat this and eat that and drink this and do that? It's like at some point it just falls away. It's not even hard. You just like one day you're like, I don't want that no more. And you just do it. If it's a struggle, then you're fighting yourself, right? And I heard her say that. I thought that was so significant. But I feel like it's the same way with this energy. I feel like these people want to control your mind. They want to be inside of your mind, but they don't have the tools to navigate within their own consciousness. So what makes them think that they can bring whatever this is, manipulation, the Magician in the reverse, over to your consciousness when your consciousness is not even available? Not the level of consciousness that they want to access. They want to access your trauma, your pain, but that doesn't exist anymore. Be ye renewed by the renewing of your mind. So is it your new mind that they're trying to hack into? Because that's dangerous. I feel like they know that now. Maybe they didn't know that at the time, but with the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse and the Empress in the reverse, it's almost as if somebody's pursuit was to make you not appear to be the Empress. But to who, right? Who are they afraid is going to see you as the Empress? Is it them? Because I don't feel like your life is predicated on whether or not these devils look for you, come for you, or say anything. There's like, I'm not looking to resonate with you. You know what I'm saying? You know, when people say, oh, you can't sit with us. You're like, interesting. In the back of your mind, you're like, I never thought to sit there. I don't want to be there. Like, it's weird. It's like that. Somebody's in your garbage, digging through your trash, trying to turn your Wheel of Fortune in the reverse, only to end up in the Five of Pentacles. Because if you're digging through somebody else's trash, what happens to your shadow? Are you well with your shadow? Do you like yourself? Is your consciousness at a level where you have some form of creativity? Or are you out here trying to hack everybody's power and you feel like that's the way it's supposed to be done? That could be very, very exhausting. And you could get yourself hurt. You could get yourself murked in the matrix of somebody's mind. Don't hack into nobody's consciousness. Yeah, justice. The Eight of Wands. Some type of communication or something that somebody was projecting with the Nine of Swords. I'm telling you, somebody was working really, 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 really hard. The Hangman is like trying to see what you're seeing from your point of view, collective, but also trying to skew your vision enough that you would believe that their truth was your truth and vice versa. You're too powerful for that. I just heard my mind is too strong for that. The stars energy, okay? You absolutely could be on a platform. The devil, they're obsessed. The Four of Swords. Somebody is laid down. Somebody's exhausted trying to control you. Somebody could be trying to use some form of mental telepathy to communicate with you. Yeah, but you blocked it. You got the Lovers here too, okay? You got the Lovers. The Lovers is communication. Physical, spiritual, mental communication, Gemini energy, Mercury energy. That's what the Lovers is, right? It's your neurological system. It's your nervous system. It's what's connected to your brain. It's how your gut, by way of your intuition, is communicating with your heart chakra, and how your heart chakra represents your throat chakra, because out of the heart the mouth speaketh, right? Okay. And then there's the mind, the brain, Aries energy, big ego energy. The brain is really all about ego. Let's just keep it a buck. And then there's consciousness, which is limitless, which is timeless, which is deathless. Somebody was coming for your physical body, trying to figure out your secrets, but your astral body is bigger than whatever these people could have tried to drum up. And I feel like it's another case of people who don't know what the hell they're doing. They're obsessed. Okay. Maybe they'll come to this reading to find out what the truth is after doing the truth spell. How you gonna do a truth spell on somebody that walks in their truth? That is hilarious. Shout out to them, man. Being good examples of what the hell never to do. Just crazy. Somebody wanna, how are you thinking? What are you thinking? Oh my God, it's too much. It's too much. Show me this monitoring spirit, Holy Spirit. Show me this monitoring spirit. Show us this monitoring spirit. Monitoring spirit, you've been declared guilty by way of trial, judge, and jury. The Most High God is presiding over this case. The ancestors are present, so they will be visiting you soon. You had no business. You opened up a door that you should not have opened, and you could be finding it difficult to close that door within your own illusion now, after trying to project some illusions into somebody else's mind. That is a whole spiritual, powerful, super master, ascended master, spiritual genius, mental giant. You should have fought something else. Yeah, something about Goliath. You tried to slay the giant. Okay. You should have just stuck to that Jabberwocky. Oh, man, that sucks, man. Clarify this person. What's going on, spirit? Show me this monitoring spirit. Monitoring spirit. It's your 10 of Pentacles. So it's your gifts. It's like somebody's watching real close your gifts. Okay. Now, keep in mind, Scorpio came out. So let's just say you associate with the Scorpionic energy, which represents transformation, sex, death, right? Death. All things dead. Somebody went into your trash and tried to pull up and conjure up all things that you had put to rest. Okay, you could be a water sign, air sign, earth sign, fire sign, any sign in your Scorpionic energy. Something about Libran energy too. Something about earth energy with the pentacles. So this is about your earthly gifts, about your spiritual gifts, your earthly gifts, something about your bloodline. Okay, show me this person. Monitoring spirit, they're watching you. They want to know your truth. They can't handle the truth. Wow. You want my power, but you don't want my sins. That's crazy. You better think again. Clarify the Ace of Swords. Show me this person, this monitoring spirit. Yeah, I cannot make it up. They're watching your Ace of Cups, Ace of Swords, and your 10 of Pentacles. Somebody wants to know how you do something. You know, we talk about alchemy, y'all. We talk about alchemy. We talk about how to get rid of certain energies, right? Somebody wants to know, how do you do that? I need to know. I need to know. It's really racking their brains. Clarify this monitoring spirit. Show us. What are you watching for? Somebody's watching you in the public eye. Okay, so this could be gang stalkers, y'all. It's a group of witches that are watching High Priestess in the public eye. And I feel like they've done their best work, according to them, spell work, whatever they did. And they're watching the truth. They're trying to figure out, how do you know the truth? The star. I'm going to cover per body. The star is Aquarius energy and the Ace of Swords. So the truth serum is really to see if you know what they did. Is that what this is about? But they're being real quiet. 4 of Pentacles, or they want you to be quiet. Ace of Pentacles. Look at the collective. I cannot make this up. 4 of Pentacles. It's like a shut up spell. But it's also like when you speak, you only can speak the truth. But you're a truth seeker. You're a truth speaker. Wow. That was a waste of time. Did anybody tell these people that doing a truth spell on somebody who walks in the truth is a waste of time? Maybe somebody wanted you to lie about your life or be embarrassed. I don't know. Because I think, when I think of lying, I think of somebody that's afraid for people to see them. Because why lie? Why not just digress? Oh, you know what? I plead the fifth. I don't want to answer that. A lie is so exhausting. You know, there's big lies, there's major lies. And then there's the ones that, I always talk about very lightheartedly. Innocent lies, when you get pulled over and it's like, oh, did you run that red light? Like, you know what? It was kind of yellowish, but it's possible. But even my lie is based on the truth. Okay, I'm just saying. Show me these monitoring spirits. Why are y'all watching? What do y'all want? Y'all paranoid because you don't know how we're this tapped in. That's what you're trying to find out. So it's the lineage that we come from that has you scared. Clarify. They're watching. Somebody could be trying to keep a door open, quite literally. Some type of mind magic, some type of projection, some type of the eyes are the windows to the soul type energy. Somebody's trying to project a message onto you. Somebody's trying to distort the truth, but it's not working. Ace of Swords is in the upright. The Ace of Pentacles is in the upright. The Ace of Cups is in the upright. The divine is here. There's too much divine energy here. Too much divine energy. Three of Wands is like foresight. So they're trying to change the chosen one's foresight so that you don't see the Ace of Cups, but it's too late. It's already, this is my thing, it's already activated. So are they trying to deactivate it? They're going into your trash. What are they looking for? What are you looking for in the trash? How you manifested something? Queen of Pentacles energy, clarify. They want to know how you did something. What are they looking for in the trash? The Empress, they want to know, who are you? What are you? How? These are haters that are aspiring to be like you. Empress energy, Queen of Pentacles energy. They just want to know how. Okay, well then, why not go to class? But class is not at a distance. Class is not afar off. Class is going within. And for some of these people, it seems to be a place that they don't want to visit. It's scary. Scary in there, ain't it? When you got to admit that truth. Yeah, that truth. Didn't I just tell you? The Hermit. Somebody went on a journey. Somebody took a very foolish step, trying to block you from seeing the truth. When you're a truth seeker, a truth speaker, you've been ordained by the Most High God to hold this position, 10 of Pentacles, in your royal lineage, bloodline. And somebody thought, I'm going to hack into your consciousness and find your embarrassment. I'm going to use that to block your intuition. Now that the rabbit's got the gun, you turn the gun on this person back to them in your own mind, because it's your mind. Only you know the way out of it. It's your mind. Only you know what you had to go through. You also know that a lot of this stuff is in the trash. It's like somebody digging in your old records. See, a lot of people are not educated on the Akashic records. They just go digging. I'm telling you, stay up out of. Stay up out of people's Akashic records. Stay up out of their Akashic records. Look at you, collective. Temperance. Stay up out their Akashic records. Somebody had this all figured out. Clarify. They had it all figured out. It was supposed to be equal give and take amongst consciousness. This was never meant to be equal. This was a robbery. Somebody wanted to rob you of your consciousness. Somehow plant a seed of something to block your intuition so that you wouldn't see them. It's almost like saying, how would you not know when somebody's in your house? But see, here's the thing. You weren't aware because you didn't care. These people were digging through your trash, your traumas, your pains, your whatever, whatever was in the past, whatever you had to go through. They're the ones that are under the illusion that you still live there. So they could have attempted to plant something to drum this energy up. And now somebody is in a vortex of some state of confusion that they need to think themselves up out of. And they can't even think their way through the next moment and what they're going to do, or let alone thinking themselves out of a brown paper bag. Somebody wanted to delay your consciousness. You're intelligent. You're too smart for that. I can't make it up. The Wheel of Fortune smells like a destiny swap. You know, let me tell you something about destiny swaps. When people go and they think that they're going to swap out your energy or steal some of your energy or siphon your energy or maybe try to make you go through some type of weird ass illusion or whatever the hell this is, right? They always end up looking crazy, right? It's a temporary like satisfaction, like, yeah, we did that. Because they're low vibrational anyway. So any little like diabolical thing satisfies their dark soul, right? So they feel like, yeah, we did that. Then they look up and they have to obsessively watch everything you do. Why? Because the goal is to prove that what they've done has had some type of an effect on your life. So now they obsessively have to watch you, right? And what they don't realize is they've lost everything in that moment. In that now moment. In that moment. Why? Because now their whole life is predicated on the next move that you make in order to embody your essence by way of your God essence, your God body. They now have to obsessively watch you to see if the shit is working. And now all they can do is sit there and watch, and you're in the Ten of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, Star, Ace of Swords, Ace of Pentacles, Three of Wands. Yeah, you know the future. How do you know the future? How do you see us? This is what they're saying. They really don't want you to see them, right? But I don't think you're interested in seeing these people. It's like somebody trying to block your intuition from seeing them, but you're not interested in seeing these people. Why? Because you see yourself. This is your number one person. This is your main project. Okay. Didn't I just tell you they was watching? And the reality is, what they won't admit is that they feel invisible in the middle of your dream. We're living the dream, you know. How you doing today? Oh, you know, I'm just living the dream. Here's the dream. Ten of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, overflowing kindness, goodness, mercy for myself, love, peace, prosperity from within. Telling myself the truth, walking in the truth, Ace of Pentacles from within. So now somebody wants to come and invade that space, right? But what spaces are they looking to invade when you've had so many collective now moments back to back by way of what you've had to discard along the way? What you've discarded along the way were versions of yourself. It's like somebody trying to resurrect a dead body. And they're putting this person in your face and they're saying, here, this is you. And you're like, who the hell is that? Like, hell no. I killed her 10 life cycles ago. No, it's giving that kind of energy. But this is who we need you to be. In order for us to hack into your mind, in order for us to mind control you and steal your destiny, this is who we need you to be. Well, why do you need me to be that? Oh, because we're insecure. We don't like ourselves. You know, we just sitting up here and, you know, our spell work ain't working. And now we watching you every day. And I looked up and I've been watching you since 2023. Like, oh, you've been doing that? That's what's up. Did you get anything out of it? I don't know. They came up in the Five of Pentacles. Yeah, look, justice. Karma. These people want to see your karma, your dharma, your spiritual imprint. What does that mean? Some of them could have been celebrating this as a win. Oh, that's so nice. Or they want to come in and celebrate with you. Yeah, look. They're watching you work. Eight of Pentacles. Show me these people. Yeah, they weird, y'all. These people are weird. The moon. So this moon energy represents hidden motives, hidden tactics. All words that you read don't resonate with you. At least they don't for me. Now, somebody wants you to see them. They want you to see what they're writing, what they're saying. The only way that their magic works is if you feed it, if you fuel it, if you fund the deal by way of giving them energy, which is your number one resource. A hot commodity is high frequency. It's what everybody wants. Oh my God, you feel so good. Oh my God, I love your energy. Oh my God, you look so amazing. High frequency is the hottest commodity. People want to feel good. That's why there's so many feel good commercials and vitamins and supplements and go do this and run and hike and kick. Oh my God, I feel amazing. Oh my God. Yeah, it's a make yourself proud type of an era, right? And so that's what we're doing. But what exactly are these people doing? What's the moon spirit? So these are people that celebrated too soon. Whoever you are, I feel like I need to include myself. I will. I feel like they're doing this to High Priestess in the public eye. I don't feel like I'm exempt. With the Page of Swords, it's like trying to get information. Three of Pentacles. Remember the Three of Pentacles came up and now here's the Three of Cups. So somebody was celebrating that they had some type of information, okay? This could have been energetically, spiritually, Akashic records wise. Something that they thought they could use against you to make you pay some type of karmic debt. That's what I just heard. Justice. Yeah, justice is going to be served. We knew you were a fake ass bitch. It's giving that kind of energy. We knew you were a fake ass reader. It's giving that kind of energy. But what they're not admitting and what they'll never tell anybody, yeah, we'll never tell. But all your business is here. Four of Cups was what they're hiding it with the moon is that really they're not celebrating anything. They're not celebrating with you. They might laugh. They might put little laughing emojis in the comments. They're not laughing with you. Behind the scenes, they're depressed and stressed. Four of Cups. Feeling defeated. You know, it's given we just can't figure you out type energy. But who gave you permission? My thing is, what did you plan to do with this information? Somebody planned to steal the information. Why does justice come up so much with karma? Libran energy? Page of Pentacles. Yeah, it's a breadcrumb. Somebody wanted you to go down some type of like rabbit hole. Again, when you've thrown out your trash, that means your old way of being, your old way of thinking. The rest is just an illusion. So this was somebody trying to open up a door in your mind to plant some type of seed. Is that what this is about? Okay, clarify. Professional mind hackers. Conscious hackers. Five of Pentacles. But they feel abandoned in your consciousness, in your old consciousness. Look at all the dense energy. Look at all the shaded energy, the gray energy. Somebody feels abandoned. This is what these people look like. And whatever energy this was that they projected out, this is how they're looking. Five of Pentacles and the Four of Cups. It's given zombie. It's given, how do we get out of here? Oh, we need to keep watching her. We need to keep watching him in order to figure out how to get out of here. Well, one, let's just establish the fact that the court is saying that you had no business being in uncharted territory. Who gave you permission to try to open up a door to somebody's Akashic records? Let's just talk about it, okay? How was taking somebody else's trauma and pain supposed to benefit you? Unless you were trying to debilitate the person who had already successfully thrown out these versions of themselves. These timelines have been fragmented, have been destroyed. And you thought that, oh, now that this person is fragmented, yes, we're going to celebrate Three of Cups. Now, bitch, you got to go on an old ass karmic cycle. It's a mind game. But it's definitely not a battle of the wits because these people ain't that bright, man. Quite remedial. Maybe they thought they knew a lot, but now they're realizing that they really don't know nothing at all. Four of Cups and the Five of Pentacles. Somebody is stuck and now they have to watch you, okay? What they failed to realize is the Hermit energy is going within, deciding what needs to be eliminated consciously, getting the downloads from a place that can't be accessed with the naked eye, definitely not with black magic. This has to be a supernatural movement within self, pushing ancient buttons and open certain doors. And what's interesting is that most of this knowledge has time release. I love the way the spiritual cosmic body is set up. A lot of what needs to be accessed is on a timer, but time is an illusion, meaning everything's happening in divine timing. So what somebody was reaching for hadn't already been accessed by you, but by way of them trying to open up your Akashic records, they absolutely thrusted you unknowingly into your ancient god status. Like you a god out here, you a whole goddess out here. So this, I guess we could call it an attack. Yeah, let's call it an attack. We'll call it an attack, okay? But one thing you cannot do is call it a comeback. This ain't a comeback. Somebody can't come back from what they thought was an attack, because what it did was it thrusted you even further into some type of higher level of knowledge, the type of level that you can't reach until you go through the levels, which has thrusted them into an energy of confusion. It's crazy. Oh man, that's crazy. That's crazy business. Clarify, Holy Spirit. Ain't no fun now that the rabbit's got the gun. The Queen of Swords in the reverse. Somebody's a whole liar, but they want you to tell your truth. Are you serious? Queen of Swords in the reverse. I also feel like somebody wanted to provoke you. I don't know what these people got going on. Six of Wands, you got a victory. The Nine of Swords. They're crazy. Somebody's spell work has made them crazy. We talk about this all the time. Trying to go against the rules. Thinking that you can do anything you want to do. Staying up all night, spending your time projecting some stupid shit. Trying to astral project over people that you don't know what's protecting them, what's backing them. Trying to siphon their energy. Trying to be like them. Now you're the deadest version of a high vibrational person. And now you got to walk through those sins. But you don't have the tools to navigate. This is what happens when you want to be somebody else other than yourself. I encourage you to be yourself. Everybody else is taken. Queen of Swords in the reverse is a nasty, belligerent, nasty individual. I feel like this person comes under different accounts. They only come for certain people. Now, they don't go to all platforms, Those people don't intimidate them. I feel like this platform intimidates them for sure. Whoever they are, whatever they're doing. I don't even think this person knows who they are and what they're doing, because they were too busy trying to absorb your essence, absorb your being, absorb how you got to a certain point. High Priestess, you've been activated in the public eye. Yeah, I can't make it up. Look, the three of... Didn't I just say the High Priestess, you've been activated? There's the High Priestess. There's the heart chakra. You've been activated. The heart, again, is connected to the brain coherence. It determines your fight or flight mechanisms. It determines your intuition. It translates messages from your Virgionic energy, which is your intestines, which is also known as your gut feeling, connected to your solar plex and your creativity and who you are and who you're creating yourself to be. Somebody has lost track of the versions of yourself, and they've tried to stop you at every single level, but you just keep ascending. Because that is where your commitment lies. Clarify? The sun. The sun represents joy, peace, enlightenment, strength, and power. This could also be other people on other platforms, y'all. Can we just talk about it? You got some readers on other platforms that don't know how to mind their business. You got some readers on other platforms that are in competition with other high priestess. They're insecure. They fake it. They act like, oh, I'm good. I'm this, I'm that. But really, instead of taking notes, they doing wicked stuff behind the scenes. It's going to backfire. Five of Swords. Look how sneaky they are. Our backs are turned. Our backs are turned going towards our wish fulfillment. And look at this person with their sword raised. The sword represents communication. Some of these people are readers, and they rallied up their little dusty ass friends to come to the platforms, When really, in all truth and honesty, look, they really taking note, trying to go make it their own, trying to take your words and put it in their mouth, and then they show up and they sound like you. Oh, that's crazy. Well, somebody's got to be the example. That's the chance you take being in the public eye, quite literally, is that you will get people that will process you. 90% of people, I feel, process information in a way that they admire the information. They make it their own. They have their own truths. You know, we all have something that nobody knows about. We all have our really good secrets, right? But then you'll get a group of people that obsessively don't like the fact that you make them feel transparent. So they'll spaz out in the comments. They'll throw out Bible scriptures. Whatever their level of dimension that they're on, it's like nothing is really connected to nothing. But in the now, the high priestess, your intuition, Empress energy, Queen of Pentacles energy, the Hermit energy, you're in the now moment. Nothing can skew you from that. Everything else is an illusion of something that appears to have been on a spin cycle by way of karma. But you've eliminated that idea. And now you're thinking about something else. And somebody wants to be there every step of the way. So now that they can't get into your energy, they're just watching. Page of Swords and a Page of Wands, gathering information. Who's this Queen of Swords in the reverse? Somebody could be out here gossiping. Yeah. I'm telling you, somebody's stuck in your Akashic records. The Page of Cups and the Six of Cups. Let me tell you why the Page of Cups and the Six of Cups is here. This Queen of Swords attacked you. Could have collaborated with other people. Queen of Swords in the reverse. They talked bad about you. Could be any sign. Let's not say it's just an air sign, but the Queen of Swords in the reverse represents communication. Okay? This person talked bad about you. They even went above and beyond to dig into your Akashic records. Now that they have seen parts of what you've had to go through, this person now wants to apologize. Why? Because here you come out. You're looking like the Empress. You're laughing. You're happy. You look like you ain't never been hurt, because in your mind, you ain't never been hurt. I ain't never been hurt. You've eliminated that. You don't need it no more. Right? You used it for what it was needing to be used for at the time you needed it. And then you got rid of it. So somebody was like, I'm going in your trash. You're not the High Priestess. You're not the Empress. You're not the Queen of Cups. You're not the Queen of Pentacles. You're not. Too busy being preoccupied. That is ego. So your existence was a blow to this person's ego. So they went into your Akashic records. Maybe they had some type of knowledge. They did it. Now they want to apologize to you. Page of Cups and the Six of Cups. Six of Cups is scorpionic energy, death, the dream state, illusion, consciousness, trying to put you to sleep when you woke. Okay? Somebody could have did some type of water magic. This person wants to apologize to you for digging through your Akashic records. It's like, oh, it's fine. I discarded that. You can keep it. It's trash. Now, if you're a trash digger and that's where you want to be, then so shall it be. All praises be to the Most High God. Do what you need to do. Be thou that as it may. You can't come up in this new energy. You're going to get yourself hurt. You're going to get yourself hurt. Ten of Wands. Temperance energy. No matter what they say, what they speak, what they write in the comments, on a piece of paper, on the wall, on a candle, on a plate, on a whatever, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It has no matter. It holds no weight. Temperance energy is constantly staying in the flow of things. Doing it all with love. The lovers is there. I want to cover up the bodies. Yeah. So somebody now wants to apologize. Show me these three witches. Yeah. So now they're doing some type of confusion spell because really they want to come in and celebrate with you. Could be people on this, this platform like, hey, girl. And I'm like, hey. Child, that shit backfired so bad. I know what y'all did. I'm not stupid. I know I'm goofy sometimes. And I'm over here talking about soul tribe. And you think I'm just blind. No, the hell I'm not. I know exactly what y'all did. It's okay. You want to come to the party? Just bring your higher self. Don't bring that raggedy shit. But here's the gag. You can't come to the party. Not yet. By the time you get to the party, we will have started many other parties. Because now you got to go back to the beginning because that is what you asked to happen to somebody else. And you keep missing opportunities. You keep showing up a day late and $1 short. Yeah, because you don't want to go within. You want everything that the collective has, but the last thing you want to do is go within. Oh my God. You are not ready for this party. You're not ready to hang out at the table with mental giants, ascended masters. You're not ready. Even now, there's a monitoring spirit here. It's crazy. They just watching. I'm looking at them. They looking at me. I can feel the energy. Child, I hope they get what it is they feel like they need to get through the dark night of the soul. But you got to start over. And that's on that. And that's on God. And I put that on everything. Shout out to the witch that did spell work over me in the public. I was like, I put that on everything. I said, look at this here. Are you trying to hex me? Are you trying to curse me? Do you want to hurt me? Do you want to take me out? Take me out. You should have took me out for some wheatgrass shots. Not trying to take me out to the graveyard. I don't hang out at the graveyard, y'all. For what? People play around in the graveyard so much, you know, that death will literally become their reality. They play there so much. They play in dead stuff, animals, whatever the hell y'all doing. You're going to end up there. Like, that's where you're going to be. I feel like that's where they're at. Their now moment is always amongst the dead. Because they're always trying to put endings to things that they don't need to be bothering, you know? Let's see what else is going on, Holy Spirit. What else is happening, Holy Spirit? What else is going on, Holy Spirit? Shout out to the people that really connect with me. I know who you are. I love you. 3 of Cups, I love you. Let's celebrate. Wheel of Fortune, I'm very proud of us. I'm very happy for us that we get to be in alignment on our assignments. I'm really, really glad. So now the goal is to cover up what they did. And now they're watching to see if we know what they did. Everybody knows what y'all did. It's okay. Just go handle your shit, but stay away from the collective, okay? Because our party could very well piss you off, especially when you watch all your spell work backfire and not resonate with us. I don't want to provoke you. I don't want to, you know, incite any type of fear and or trauma. There's enough going on in the dark night of the soul with this tower, honey. Okay? Please go about your way. But they're watching to see if we know if it's going to come out. 4 of Swords, they laid out. Somebody's laid out. The Hangman and the 4 of Swords is not looking too good. Huh. Now they're seeing something from a different perspective. So there was a lesson in this. Show me this monitoring spirit. Ace of Cups in the reverse. Show me this monitoring spirit. Show me the person. Where they at? Virgo energy. Ace of Cups in the reverse. Somebody's experiencing some type of emotional loss. Okay. Yeah, somebody didn't do themselves a justice by way of trying to come for you, collective. Clarify. Show me this person, this monitoring spirit. Queen of Cups in the reverse. Clarify this monitoring spirit. They're confused. They don't know what they're looking at. Because you're in your strength, something like that. They put in a lot of work. They're trying to figure out how you're regenerating your power. Swift action, quick decisions, excitement. Show me this monitoring spirit. Knight of Cups. They're coming in as a friend. It's because they failed. Clarify this monitoring spirit. 10% of reverse. They're obsessed with you, though. For some of you, this is a mother figure. There's no chance for reconciliation. Hermit in the reverse. Somebody's trying to block your intuition. But why would somebody try to block you from something that you already know the truth about? That always baffles me. You know, when people try to block your intuition, you're like, you know I saw the truth, right? Just because I didn't say it don't mean that I don't know the truth, right? Okay. But they're still trying. Somebody's overwhelmed. Demanding, lacking some type of self-nurturing, very odd behavior, emotional loss, blocked, creatively. This person was supposed to learn self-love, enough that they would mind their own business and stay in their own lane and stay up out of people's business. Mind your business. Don't watch nobody more than you watch yourself, period. That's my recommendation. That's what I tell myself, okay? Since there is a truth serum here, let's just talk the truth, okay? Isolation, loneliness. Somebody feels withdrawn, distant. Somebody wants to come in and make an offer to you. Temperance in the reverse is about imbalance, though. Excessively doing something. Going to extremes to try to get something done. This person needs to heal. They need to find their balance. Yeah. They need to find their balance. Ace of Wands. And they're watching you be celebrated. Huh. Interesting. This could be family members too. It's weird. It's a lot of people. You got family here. Celebration, joy. Somebody wants you to return for the holidays, y'all. Page of Pentacles. They could be thinking about when you were a child. Eight of Wands. This person is thinking about reaching out to you and communicating. They may or may not. Okay. Clarify, Holy Spirit. Page of Pentacles energy. Yeah. Yeah, somebody's trying to extend what appears to be an olive branch, creating some form of what looks like an opportunity to reunite, but the Ace of Cups is in the reverse. So this person feels like you know what they did, okay? You're very much aware. But here's the thing, y'all. This is a shadow. So why is it here? Why is this shadow here? Why is it here? Because somebody lost. Seven of Wands in the reverse. They want you to put down your guard. This person is exhausted. It's like landing on their own sword, laying their own sword down, but at the same time still trying to see if their magic is going to work enough that you will forget what they did, okay? Somebody's confidence has been destroyed, trying to take your life. Yeah, some of these people in the comments could be from your family. Familiar family unit. Child, I don't have no familiar family unit. My family is the people that resonate with my soul on a high frequency. Ten of Cups. Yeah, this could be a familiar family unit. Clarify, there's a Pisces here. Somebody's a Pisces, Aries. There's a whole bunch of people here. So you could have a lot of people watching you. Yeah, Ace of Swords, okay? Something about celebration. These people want you back for the holidays. Somebody's like, come over for turkey, dressing, mac and cheese. You're like, I'm vegan. They don't even know you no more, collective. Like, man, if you don't let me and my new self move along, okay? Clarify what's going on, Holy Spirit. So the people in the comments, if you're on a public platform, y'all, these people are looking you up, honey. If you left family behind and you're in the public eye, they are watching. I don't think I got no family watching me, y'all. I'm going to be honest. I lost so many family members back to back. Is anybody still alive? If you a family member, shout it out. If not, then that means that you didn't break them generational curses and you are no family of mine. You're welcome. You know, if I broke that curse and you went back into the curse and you're part of my family, baby, I'm going to need you to get the hell up out the way. The hangman. Now somebody want to see you from a different point. I know you lied. Clarify. After you done talked about somebody real bad, if you don't sit your dumb ass down. King of Swords in the reverse. This could be like some type of familiar karmic masculine that is no longer familiar. Now you just somebody that I used to know. You didn't have to shut me out. You acted like you never knew me and that we weren't lovers. You didn't have to stoop so low. You treat me like a stranger and it feels so rough. Clarify this King of Swords in the reverse. Somebody that wants to come in and invest with you, okay? You got a Pisces here. You got everybody here. The whole crew. The whole diabolical gang. Oh, God bless. Seven of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. Oh, these people are crazy. I don't even know what to say. They done. I don't know. It's just... Somebody's trying to find an opportunity to invite you over for the holidays or something like that. Somebody's trying to figure out how to contact you, what to say, trying to find an opportunity. The Seven of Pentacles is about investment, okay? Investing time, energy, conversation, looking back on what you have achieved. This person could feel like maybe they didn't get anything out of it. Okay, so some of these people that are chiming in could be family members. Are there any family members of mine coming to my chat? Yeah. Seven of Cups, projecting illusions. That sucks. They're dreaming, multiple opportunities. Somebody's projecting illusions. I know I ain't got no weird ass. How did y'all find me? This is not what you want. This is not what you want. Do I have any family members coming to the chat, Holy Spirit? Yeah, they are. They watching. Okay, that's what's up. So you got people that are watching. I feel like I'm speaking for the collective, but I feel like I can also resonate with this because it's giving public eye, y'all. Ain't no fun now that the rabbit's got the gun. You're walking in your truth. You're telling the truth. After somebody lied on you, tried to break you down, destroy you. Okay, same old thing. You left them with the dead body. Let them fight that dead version of you in their dreams or whatever. You could also be haunting these people with the Seven of Cups. Yeah, look, because the Seven of Wands is almost like with the Seven of Wands in the reverse with the Ten of Cups. The hang. Ooh, excuse me. I want to sneeze. Hold on. Okay, no, I don't. The Seven of Wands in the reverse with the Ten of Cups and the Hangman and the King of Swords. With the Seven of Cups is illusions. Some of these people got rejected out of the bloodline. Some of these people are like rejected out of your bloodline. Seven of Wands in the reverse, like the ancestors are not assisting them and they're watching you stand in your destiny and your power. Okay. Please don't hope ain't nobody watching me. Please, God, please let them go away. Go away, go away, go away. I got a new family. I got a new soul tribe. I love them for real and they love me for real. And we love each other for real. And I love myself. Anybody watching from my past, I hope you go and get your dreams in order. I hope you wake up from your nightmare, whatever this is. Smells like a lot of regret. Yeah. They stressed out. They know that we see through these illusions. Yeah. I just heard you can never be who they need you to be because they're still the same people. Damn. And you're not. Collective. Clarify this Queen of Pentacles and the Seven of Pentacles. Somebody's thinking of how to try to come in and be your friend. Or talk to you. Queen of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles. They're trying to figure out how to come talk to you. But you're too grounded. You're too protected. You have some type of advantage. You're persevering. And you're holding your own. I wouldn't trust it. I don't trust none of this stuff. Yeah, look. Page of Cups in the reverse. No. It's a bad offer. Not only that, somebody's insecure. I also feel like this Page of Cups in the reverse is to try to create some type of setback. Somebody's still up to the same old stuff. Like, don't nobody give a damn. Oh, my God. Show me what's going to happen, the outcome. You will continue to shine, the star. This is the end of the message. That's enough of that. Holy Spirit closes his door. So if you're in the public eye like myself, High Priestess, you got a lot of people watching. Most of these people are family people or people that you left behind that you don't fool with no more. They're watching. You got ex-lovers here. You got old ex-husbands, ex-wives. The guy that used to deliver your mail from the last 3 neighborhoods 5 years ago. He's watching. Okay? Your exes. Well, everybody's watching. Lord have mercy. Seven of Wands in the reverse. They want you to put your guard down. But look, these people got some nasty energy around them. You got a Queen of Cups in the reverse. And you got some readers out here. Show me these readers. Let's just see. Because I feel like they think they're skating free. They're like, yeah, we got away with it. Yeah, we're on to the next. Jumping the timeline. No, bitch. You violated spiritual law. What were you doing in the collective's energy? Show us these readers. Show us the readers, Holy Spirit, that are doing this spell work. They want to apologize because they want to go with you. Now they feel like, okay, well, look. I feel like that Queen of Swords in the reverse is somebody that could have been on a platform that was talking bad about people. I really do. Now they want to apologize. Somebody's like, I was wrong. Yeah, but you went above and beyond. I know, I apologize. I didn't know you was high ranked. But what does high rank look like? You know what I'm saying? That's what you get. Mind your business. High rank is a dimension. One that you choose to either ascend to or not. Like, stop ranking your rank next to somebody else's rank when you don't even know what rank you need to get to in order to be the best version of yourself. You should be focused on your own inner ranking. I almost called them out their names. I'm not going to do that. I'm I'm not going to do that. I digress. I absolutely digress. Okay, moving along with this reading. The Page of Cups. You got readers that want to apologize. They now want to go and jump a timeline. Maybe they already have. Maybe they're trying to put the past behind them. But the Eight of Swords, they're kind of bound to it. You can't just jump around like that after the shit y'all did. Eight of Swords, Page of Cups, and the Fool. Some of these people are having nightmares of stuff they did. This is what happens. That's like you come across a reader. You like, I don't like her. You go trying to do some shit. You don't even know this person. They trigger you that deep that you put your whole life on the line. Now you in the Eight of Swords, bound to some type of spiritual jail with the Page of Cups. You apologizing in spiritual jail? Yeah, justice. Trying to call down judgment on somebody. You know? Call down judgment on yourself first. That is the proper order. Did I do something wrong? Let me align myself with the 7 heavenly virtues and the 7 deadly sins. Was I jealous? Was I envious? What's going on with my ego? This is how you call down judgment. At least in my opinion, that's what I've had to do with myself. So I will extend that to y'all. I will share that with you. That is the truth. Okay. Little truth spell, truth serum. When you're walking in the truth, telling the truth. Walking in the truth, telling the truth. Tell the truth. Tell the truth. I feel like the truth serum backfired on them. I feel like now they can't tell a lie. Ain't that a blessing? Now they got to tell the truth about what they did. Look, the Eight of Swords. Somebody tricked themselves into some type of mental entrapment, and now they got to apologize. Page of Cups. The Fool. These people are trying to jump a timeline. They're like, let me change my hair. Let me cut my hair. Let me move. Let me relocate. Okay. Thank you, God. Yeah, I'm good. Yeah. What you do, though? What did you do? Because you got to pay the universe. It's not the collective. We don't really care about your debt. We really don't. We don't obsessively care about it. We just recognize it. We see it. Okay? Because that's intuition. That's foresight. But with justice, you owe the universe. Who's going to pay the bill? Okay? Show me these readers. Now they love you. Oh, they love you now, collective. Oh, ain't that a blessing? Oh, they love us. First you love me, then you hate me. Now you out here looking like a fool. Trying to jump a timeline. Go on and jump your little hoppity, hippity, skippity, scoppity. Feeling a little froggy, taking a leap as. You're coming up as a leader, collective, okay? They love you. Now they want to learn from you. They like, I love you, the lovers. We love you, High Priestess. Thank you for teaching us. Look, the King of Swords, child. You didn't make the demons fall in love. Would you believe me if I said I'm in love? Maybe. Clarify these readers. They love you now. The Three of Cups in the reverse, but they don't feel like they can celebrate all the way with us. Why? Because you still got karmic debt. Most people at this level, at this high vibration, y'all have paid their karmic debt. Their hands are clear. You cleared out timelines. You've eliminated all this, generational debris and aftermath energy. Three of Cups in the reverse are people that are frustrated that they can't celebrate with you. Yeah. Something about power and wheel of fortune. Something about us standing in our power, standing in this. When I think about power, I think about a healthy boundary. When I think about the wheel of fortune, I think about being in alignment. And something's still out of alignment. Show me these readers. The Two of Cups. They're watching us stand together, but they want to come in and be friends. What's the Three of Cups in the reverse? They could have walked away from their covens. Some of these people want to sin, though, quite honestly. They want to do the right thing. I just heard it was a really huge wake-up call. Clarify the Three of Cups in the reverse. They could have walked away from doing diabolical things. Yeah, look, the Two of Swords in the reverse. Because they know that they're dealing with high vibrational beings. Look, from other realms. We got earthly bodies. Yeah, I look like a lady, with my Walmart chic sweatshirt on, okay. And I'm just using myself as an example, But yeah, you got some real supernatural beings out here that look like human beings, but they're not. They're very supernatural. They're tapped in, So they always look at human behavior as something very peculiar. It's like, oh, that's what y'all do down here? Okay. I hate you. You like interesting. That's an interesting energy. Why would one seek to spend their earthly existence drumming up something called hate? And what exactly is that? You know, that's how we see it from supernatural standpoint. They're like, I can't stand you. You're like, what exactly does that mean? Okay. If you're not standing for anything, are you laying down for everything? Okay. I'm just saying. It smells slightly parasitical. Okay. So the Two of Swords in the reverse. I feel like they just feel like, well, they know all our business anyway. They know what we did. We know we can't sit with y'all, but we can still watch. Yeah, you can watch. How you doing? It's okay. Clock that tea. Listen. Okay. Show me these readers. Yeah, they want to do the right thing. Look, they coming in slowly. Knight of Cups. Okay, boo. All right. We like it. Mm-hmm. Okay. Clarify. Clarify these readers that did the wrong thing, man. Yeah, the Three of Wands in the reverse and the Ten of Cups in the reverse. Some of them did the most. Some of them did the most, y'all. They can't go. Three of Wands in the reverse, so they just watching by the sideline. I hope that we're providing some type of peace in the middle of somebody's dark night of the soul. I mean, when I was in the dark night of the soul, I don't know about all of y'all or what happened, but I didn't have anybody to watch in a high vibration while I was literally walking through hell. Like, I had to turn off everything. I didn't have a glass of wine in my hand. I wasn't smoking any pot, any reefer, any grass. I was going through that bitch sober because it was just that kind of energy. It was like, wait, I need to know what's going on. I can't be up here having a glass of wine, and I've never been a drinker. You know, alcoholism was something that I broke in my family bloodline by way of seeing other people. Although I've never been privy to the disease, thank God, I had elders that were praying for me. I've never been addicted to alcohol. I've never been addicted to drugs. Thank you, God. Thank you. I could not. Although I do believe that there was a life where I absolutely had some type of substance addiction or addiction to something, because every time I think about drugs, I'll be like, whatever happened in another lifetime, I vow, oh no, not this time. Because I would have dreams, y'all, when I was younger about drugs, and I would wake up scared. It was like this lifetime, my spirit was like, not this time, Satan. But I did see it attack other people in my family. Didn't I tell y'all every time I start the reading, the man in the backyard want to start building? Tim! Called out his whole name. Tim Cooper! That's how I talk to my neighbors. Miss Millie, Tim Cooper. They love me. They love me. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. So, so when you break these curses, you know, when you're going through the dark night of the soul, you need to go through that thing sober, okay? Sometimes you got to go into hermit for a long time until you work it out. There's nobody there but you. You got to deal with all those layers. You got to literally like sleep on the floor. And when I mean that literally and spiritually. When it comes to the Eight of Swords, Nine of Swords, going into certain parts of your mind, not having anybody to hold a space of love and light for you. Some of y'all had to wing it. Some of y'all had to just go in it, just you know, tough it out. It's no joke, you know. And then you have to pull back the layers over the trauma within your mother and your father, the ones that didn't belong to you, but you somehow are the catalyst to your lineage moving forward. It's a huge responsibility. It's a very important position in your bloodline. So 10 of Cups in the reverse, some of these people did their own bloodlines a disservice. I feel like I'm channeling one person in particular. I don't think this is a whole bunch of readers. I feel like this is one reader. Although I do feel like there were other people that collaborated. They're now coming in with the Two of Cups and the Knight of Cups. And they're like, no, this is not right. So maybe they didn't go that far, but somebody went too far. With the Two of Swords in the reverse, they got exposed. With the Ten of Cups in the reverse, they literally like put curses on their bloodline, basically. Whatever they tried to do. Okay? Sometimes these readings, you know, they provide insight. Sometimes they trigger people. Sometimes people start cursing in the comments. I mean, they really, get triggered for whatever reason, or for whatever they allow themselves to be triggered about in the now moment. But with the Three of Wands in the reverse, that's like being blocked from the universe. Yeah. Page of Swords in the reverse. Bad news, y'all. Somebody's lost their gifts. I don't know who this is. And they could be trying to project that onto the High Priestess consciousness as a whole, because they're mad at themselves that they didn't see something, or they try. It's like justice keeps popping out. Like they keep trying to call down judgment or ask for justice. But where's the lie, and where's the truth? Like somebody is like wanting the truth to come out. And if this person collaborated with other readers or people in the public eye, they've shunned this person. They're like, everything you said was a lie. I'll use myself as an example. Everything you told us about Neff is a lie. You like, we going to the party. We going to the Ten of Cups party. Somebody went too far. Ten of Cups in the reverse is like the soul tried blocking them. Page of Swords in the reverse, they can no longer like view you. Although they're projecting, it's really weird. Like somebody's imagining what it was like to have their gifts. How sad. Two of Swords in the reverse. So if they lost their gifts, that's what they wished on you. That's what they spoke towards you. And now it's happening to them. So no matter what they say, here, there, comments, whatever, it doesn't matter. Three of Wands in the reverse. It's like the universe is putting a lock on them, a block on them, making them go to spiritual jail with the Eight of Swords. Damn. Clarify these readers that said we're going to turn over a new leaf. King of Wands, yeah, confidence, big Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Okay, so y'all turning over a new leaf. Show us the new readers that's turning over a new leaf. Yeah, Five of Wands. You got a Leo out here riding the fence. They don't know if they like you or they don't. Could be a masculine, could be a feminine. Five of Wands. They got a little tinge of jealousy out here. Queen of Wands. Because they're like, I'm the Queen of Wands. I'm the King of Wands. I'm the Queen of Wands. I'm the King of Wands. I'm the shut your ass up. Jealous ass up. That's not Queen of Wands behavior. That's not King of Wands activity. What the hell is wrong with y'all? Five of Wands. You got a reader out here still hanging on. So the Queen of Swords in the reverse had to bow out disgracefully. Okay. Adios. Arrivederci. They had to bow out disgracefully. That's what I just heard. Okay. So you done bowed out. And you got one of them still hanging on. The majority of the people, though, amongst the spiritual community, they see you as a teacher. I feel like there's equal admiration amongst the spiritual community. Like, I have so much respect for Mystic Nine. I have so much respect for Shadow Empress. I have so much respect. Oh my God, what is her name? I think she goes by the name of Empress, and she's from like Louisiana. I got so much respect. There's other ones too that I see in my mind's eye that I resonate with. Like usually we flip the same cards or we pick up on the same energy. And I can't even say the same. Sometimes they see things that I'm not able to see based on their gift. And I see things, and it's like a piece to a puzzle working together collectively to make a whole message. So it's like gathering information from here. And sometimes it is exactly the same. We can see all sides. There's so many beautiful high priestess, you know. God, I got so many faces in my head that I want to mention because I always like to give them a shout out. I'm honored to be amongst this spiritual consciousness of people that are making a change in the world. Like, what a big deal. Like, overall energy, you know, we laugh because this is laughable. That's all we can do at this point. We're not going to get into our feelings about it and spaz out. You bitch at that. No, we're not doing none of that. But to be amongst high priestess in this high vibrational consciousness, adhering to their own destiny. Whoa, whoa, what a blessing. Because again, some of us had to get through that 8 of swords, 9 of swords by ourselves. So the fact that people can log on and get readings for free, whoa, this is such a blessing. It's such a blessing. And even when I was in my dark night of the soul and I discovered tarot online, I had tapped into a few karmic readers who later I realized were karmic because of what they were projecting out to me, you know? And that too was okay. I learned how to navigate. Okay, I don't need that no more. And sad to say, I saw a lot of them fall off and just disappear, right? How far is too far? You got to watch that ego. You got to keep that ego in check. That whole praise thing, you know, worshiping other people. You got to watch that. You got to be real careful, you know. You too are important. Even if you're not in the public eye and you're adhering to your business, your life is valuable. Sometimes people put people on a pedestal when they should not. Yeah, don't do that, you know. But equal mutual like gratification amongst a collective that's saying, hey, we all see that we want the world to be better. That is our main mode of operation. That feels really good to be amongst a group of people like that. Yeah, thinking along the same lines. So getting back to the reading though, there is still a reader out here, okay? Whoever this person is, they're riding the fence, the 5 of wands. They're kind of jealous. Jealousy is an energy I really can't process no more. I mean, I used to be able to process it. I would see people that I would try to help stab me in the back, and I would really try to process it. Like I would really try to see through their eyes. I'm like, okay, you stabbed somebody in the back that was willing to give you anything. I said, oh, that's my fault. Okay, don't be willing to give people everything. Right? That's how I solved jealousy. I removed myself as a common denominator from a dysfunctional connection where I'm like, why would you stab me in the back? Why are you in competition? Like, that doesn't make any sense. If I want this for me, I want this for you. What are you mad at? Because it's a soul thing. It's like, you know, people can go try to buy it. They can try to put it on. They just can't do it like you. And sometimes when they don't want to admit their insecurities, it becomes frustrating because they're too busy comparing themselves to you. That's not good. You should always make comparisons, but compare yourself to who you once were so that you can learn how not to be that person anymore. You are your best comparison. You are your best competition. You know, I don't really realize how far I've come until somebody tries to provoke me in the comments. Child, honestly, just imagine writing a whole paragraph and I never take it into my psyche. That is crazy. I don't even take in a lot of that stuff, but I'm aware of it, right? I'm aware of it. And so it's a soul's mission. It's a soul attitude. It's a determination. And that can only come with being real with yourself and being honest. Truth serum. It could have backfired on these people. Now they can't help but tell the truth. Or every time they try to tell the truth, they start choking. Talking about, you ever see somebody every 5 minutes? You like, do you need some water? No, child, they lying. Who's this reader? 5 of wands. We're going to have to expose you because we can't take you into the fall and the winter. Who are you? Ace of cups. You want to come in and be friends too? Or you want a new beginning? Who is this person? They wanted to come up in the reverse. Oh my God. So this is somebody that wants to steal intelligence, okay? They want to learn, but they really don't like the fact that you got it. Okay, Ace of wands in the reverse. Let's try that again. Interesting. Somebody wants to be an inspiration. That's good. That's a good pursuit. Somebody wants to be an inspiration. Okay, but you can't be jealous and envious and competitive with other people over their destiny and how they do something and think that your life is going to turn out okay. It doesn't work like that. You'll find yourself frustrated because you'll watch people go to great heights, accomplish great things, okay? Overpowering your jealous energy, literally trampling on it, transmuting it, and turning it into more of a wheel of fortune for them. And then what happens is It accelerates the process. It makes the blessings come in faster for us, quite literally. When you're a true alchemist, you know how to take that dense energy and transmute it and turn it into something creative. We've been on this video for what appears to be, by way of time being an illusion, nearly an hour and 40 minutes. We've literally alchemized some bullshit in this moment, in a moment in time, right now, in the now. And we've taken something and we've created this beautiful reading that will somehow change somebody's life. And somebody is going to piss them off. Somebody's already planning what they want to say in the comments and cussing and all kinds of weird stuff. Let them. They're like, Neff, you don't see that? Kinda, but let them. That's their memory. That's their imprint. That's their footprint. That's their good and bad and indifferent energy. Let them. That's what they want to do. Now, you could choose to pay attention to it, or you could focus in on your wheel of fortune. Somebody's paying too much attention to you, or paying somebody to pay attention to you. That's what I just said, or what I just heard. Okay. Clarify this Leo energy. Who's this person? The sun. They still coming out as the sun. So the Leo energy, but they're hiding the fact that they're jealous. 5 of Wands. Yeah, somebody's still trying to do something sneaky. They're still trying to do something sneaky, but they're all by themselves doing it. They feel like they're going to be the one. Okay, who's this Leo in the 5 of Wands? Who are you? Ace of Cups in the reverse. This person is bored. Maybe they're not finding any excitement in what they're doing anymore. They're bored. So they're doing things out of boredom. They're doing like sneaky things out of boredom. 5 of Wands is like waging war on somebody, warfare. But they appear to be happy, but they're bored. They need to change something in their life. They don't know how to do it. Ace of Cups in the reverse. Show me this person. This person is lacking like creativity. Who's this reader? It's Leo. 8 of Wands in the reverse. Lacking communication, blocking out inner conversations. They're blocking out high level like conversations. It's almost like, you know what I see here? King of Wands, 5 of Wands, the Sun, Ace of Cups in the reverse, 8 of Wands. This person is ignoring their higher self. Their higher self is telling them to do something. And whoever you are, Wheel of Fortune, you could be having a really good time doing whatever this is that you love to do. As you should. Enjoy your life. Enjoy your work, right? Creating a beautiful body of work has everything to do with the energy that you put into it. And with the Sun, it's like they're coming off like they're happy. But behind the scenes, they're really jealous and they're really tired. Ace of Cups in the reverse. They're out of ideas. Maybe this person, 8 of Wands, they're blocking communication from their higher self. Ace of Cups in the reverse, 8 of Wands in the reverse. Clarify this person. So you're projecting something out onto the collective? Yeah, the 9 of Swords. Mental anguish. Scared. Somebody's scared? From what? Of what? Of change? That's crazy. And you know, this is the thing. I'm not asking to open this door, but they keep showing up in spiritual court. So as a collective, that means that we've all had to encounter this energy in the public eye somehow. You know, I'm a very firm believer about being respectful to people's spiritual privacy. So please let spiritual court know, let the record show that the only reason your business is out here is because you're doing something behind the scenes to the collective, or you think you are. But now you're in the 9 of Swords because the collective keeps ascending past you. Somebody is trying to fake it till they make it, but at the same time, they don't really want to look at what's within. Their spirit team is telling them go within. You know what's so twisted? They're not even admitting to themselves that they're jealous. It's like it's an energy that comes over them. Somebody is like in denial of their own like ego being out of balance. Oh, clarify this person. Eight of Cups. They really want to walk away. They really want to disappear. They may disappear. Eight of Cups. There is, whoever this person is, the universe is telling them that there's something else that they're supposed to be doing, but they're fighting it. They're being guided by their spirit team to walk away from the public eye, from tarot, from whatever they're doing. Let's just assume, because I'm channeling spiritual community. Five of Wands, they're fighting themselves, y'all. Blocking out communication from the universe. Eight of Wands in the reverse. Why? Nine of Swords. Somebody's afraid to start a new beginning. The Sirens. Why the Sirens? Nine of Swords, Ace of Cups in the reverse. This could be like a spiritual intervention. Some type of spiritual intervention. Yeah, Spirit is saying this is like a spiritual intervention. They're being told to walk away from something. They could be staying for the money. Nine of Pentacles, Virgo energy, Leo energy. Somebody's birthday could be in August. Somebody could be an August Virgo or Leo. Somebody may have been born in 1995, the 9 and the 5 there. 1999, 1998. These are significant timelines. Maybe that's what the universe is telling them they need to heal. Show me this person. Yeah, the Page of Pentacles in the reverse. This is like wounded child. It's like somebody's jumping the gun. It's like, it's almost like trying to show up for a position without having to do the work, or show up for a position where there's certain things that are required, certain levels. This is the energy that I'm feeling. And somebody is not listening to their intuition, and their bloodline is like, this, like they're going down a road that's not their road, or it's not where they're supposed to be going yet, or they're supposed to walk away. Their time is up. Ace of Cups in the reverse. Yeah, they're not even happy. They're tired. Eight of Wands in the reverse. Lack of communication. Nine of Swords. Somebody needs to deal with their mental health. Somebody needs to deal with their mental health and focus in on how they feel about themselves. Somebody needs to hone in on what they deem to be beautiful, what they deem to be handsome, what they deem by way of their higher self and their own soul's mission and standard of what they deem to be successful. Because this is external. Somebody shows up like, hey, Nine of Pentacles, they making money. Somebody's making money. One pentacle away from 10. But they're stressed out. And they're being pulled away from a particular job, or something is over. They need to go do something else. What is this something else? Because their ancestors are telling them if they just listen, they'll be happy. Look, Ace of Pentacles. Lord have mercy. Listen. This is a whole spiritual intervention here. Look, the Seven of Cups. Illusions. Nine of Swords. Whoa. Somebody needs to deal with their mental health. If they listen to their ancestors, Eight of Cups, and walk away, they're going to walk right into their destiny. But they don't want to leave. They're too busy watching other people. And it's making them mad because they're watching people be happy doing something that maybe they're being guided to stop doing or something like that. Five of Wands, like, oh my God, look. Their ancestors are talking to them. And they're literally arguing with their ancestors saying, no, I'm not doing that. Like, the answers are like, if you just leave, we got something for you. Two of Pentacles, your life is going to balance out. And you walk right into the Ace of Pentacles. They refuse to walk away. Eight of Cups. It's got them in the Nine of Swords. The Eight of Wands in the reverse. They're blocking out communication with Source. Shh. This person might feel like somebody's doing spell work over them. Nobody's doing spell work over you. This is your dark night of the soul. This is you fighting yourself. This is you going up against yourself. So this could be the person, like, it's a lot going on here. I don't want to dig no deeper. That's enough. I feel like I did my justice there, my just due. Whatever the universe called me to do just right there. I feel like this is a serious intervention. I also feel like somebody is struggling with their mental health. They could be any sign, but there was heavy Virgo, Leo energy. Okay? I feel like somebody's struggling with their mental health. Whoa. They could have done some type of illusion magic too, and it backfired. Apparitions. Maybe they feel like they seeing stuff, hallucinating. This is what happens when you play in dark magic. Out of jealousy, out of anger. You see a high priestess. You want to attack them. You go do it. That shit backfired. You come up against a bloodline that's not to be played with. Doing things you have no business. And somebody got a real serious mental situation on their hands. But the universe is still giving them mercy and grace. To just stop doing something and move along. But they won't stop. Clarify spell work. King of Swords in the reverse. Trying to hex you, curse you, say something. That's all communication. It could be speaking something into the atmosphere, trying to curse you, project it out. Whatever this is, make you in an imbalance. But the King of Swords in the reverse is also mentally being in an imbalance. That's communication. That's telepathic. That's energetic. That's your mind. That's your nervous system. That's what's being communicated. It's your antennas. You know, your hair is an extension of energy. It's the frequency that you pick up on. Somebody is talking to something real dark, y'all, with the King of Swords in the reverse. Clarify this person. You need to sit down. You need to go have a seat. The Fool in the reverse. I can't make this up. I can't make this up. They're hexing themselves. They're blocking themselves. They're hurting themselves. Nobody's doing it. Okay? Whatever you talking to, or whatever demon you talking to, whatever demon you need to slay, your higher self is calling you, but you're blocking communication with your higher self. I just heard, for the love of money. Don't do anything for money, honey. Some of the best things in life are free. Happiness, peace, joy. You can't go buy it. Trust and know. Clarify this King of Swords in the reverse with the Fool in the reverse. Show us this person. The universe is calling for them to move along. Two of Wands. Leave something alone. Give me current energy on this person. They're talking to something dark. Page of Wands. They could be trying to get some type of information. What's the Page of Wands and the Two of Wands? The Page of Cups. Something about children. Somebody could be going to visitation for their children. Two of Wands, they're going to a distance. Page of Wands and a Page of Cups. Clarify. Why is that here? Children are here. The Five of Cups. Somebody could have lost their children. Five of Cups is like sadness, depression. Two of Wands, it's like going to visit somebody, going to a distance. Page of Wands, getting information, a location. I just heard supervised visitation. This person got a lot going on, y'all. A lot. A lot. They need to really focus on their mental health. Seven of Cups keeps coming up. Five of Swords, they're mentally in a very nasty space. Nine of Swords to the Seven of Cups. Lord, have mercy. Whew. Whew, my goodness. Somebody is like, and they're trying to attack you because you speak the truth. You know the truth. Yeah, Two of Swords. But they're also trying to block you. But a decision needs to be made. Somebody can't keep going like this. Show me this person, y'all. Who is this? The devil. They can't stop. Some type of, you know, the devil is Capricorn energy. It represents desire. Somebody desires to have something from you, or they don't want to leave until they can make you lose. Like, I'll be satisfied once I see you down, then I'll move forward. Oh, that's what your life is predicated on? Somebody's talking to something dark that's separating them from their ancestors. There's a deity here. There could be like an entity attachment. Maybe this is something they came into agreement with in order to get something done, and now it's attached to them. You got the devil and the King of Swords in the reverse with the Fool in the reverse. This is wild. Show me this person. What's the devil, the King of Swords in the reverse, and the Fool in the reverse? The Lovers. Gemini energy. Clarify. What is this? The Queen of Swords in the reverse. It's a couple. So this is two people. This is a couple doing this. Clarify. They both bitter. They all the kings and queens in the reverse. King of Swords in the reverse. Queen of Swords in the reverse. Two very low vibrational people. There's some type of demonic force around them that's attached to them. Queen of Wands in the reverse. Whoa, 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 whoa. This is a karmic couple. Oh my God. They got a lot going on. A lot going on. There's too much here to talk about. Like, what is this? So y'all watching readers? And for what? Look, the Page of Wands in the reverse. Clarify, Holy Spirit, this couple. Knight of Cups in the reverse. They're just, I don't know. Nine of Swords. It's like two people with mental issues and some shit going on. But they still feel determined to win. Six of Wands with the Nine of Swords. This is a couple bound through some type of contract. Nine of Swords. Queen of Wands in the reverse. Queen of Swords in the reverse. Like, Knight of Cups in the reverse. Five of Cups in the upright. Depression, sadness, obsession, addiction. Two of Swords. They got a decision to make, but they don't want to make it. Maybe they don't need to be together. Maybe this is what this is. Clarify their relationship. Justice. They need to get a divorce. They need to separate. Because it's almost like two demonic people like catering to each other's demons. Like making shit worse. Y'all need to get away from one another. Justice. Some type of separation. Some type of balancing out of karmic justice. Divorce in the spirit or something. All divorces are not on paper. Yeah, the Hangman in the reverse. They don't see it. They don't see them walking away from whatever they're doing, y'all, to people in the public eye, the collective. They don't see them walking away from this anytime soon. Are these the weirdos that come in the comments on the platform? Yep. Six of Pentacles coming to offer their 2 cents. Are these the people? Are these the gang stalkers? Who are these people? Show me this couple. Spirit just said it's more soul tribe family members here than it is these people. They're very few and far in between. But it's like they try to come off like they're different energies, but they're not. The Nine of Wands, they're very, very paranoid and guarded that people are going to figure them out, that people are going to find out what they got going on. They've made grave attempts, quite literally. Show me that energy that's moving around here, lifting up. What is that? They know that we're psychic, that we see. Show me this couple. The Eight of Swords. They may have done some type of spell work to bind themselves to one another. Maybe they can't get up out of this. It's like the two are one, but the devil is there. It's very twisted. It's like dark. Two dark ass people. Look, Nine of Swords. I cannot make this up. They're both twisted mentally, spiritually. They demonic. They work with demons, whatever they got going on, and they cannot see eye to eye. It's like they're frustrated, but they're bound together. Nine of Wands, stressed out. So they just attack people together. That's the only thing they have in common. It's like two people that want to be away from one another, but they both twisted and sick. Like, what is this demon that y'all talking to? What is going on? Judgment. It's like they want to divorce each other, but they connected in the spirit. Three of Wands. They could have distanced themselves, or what the hell is going on? Show me this couple. The Five of Wands in the reverse. They just keep falling on their own sword. Five of Wands in the reverse. So all this spell work, whatever was sent to the collective, me, anybody else, it keeps backfiring on them. Like every day, all day. Hangman in the reverse. They refuse to see themselves lose. They're obsessed. Nine of Wands. They're stressed out, paranoid. Queen of Cups energy is spiritual community, psychic abilities. You could be any sign in that Queen of Cups energy. You know, water flows, water you can see. They've already tried to do all kinds of spells, blocking our intuition, blocking our destinies. They ended up in the Five of Cups, Five of Pentacles, Page of Cups. Somebody could have lost their children here, or something about a child at a distance, or a child is being taken from them. Somebody's exhibiting some type of psychosis on the external, that justice could be involved, or law enforcement. Okay, that's not for everybody, but it's like a couple running through the spiritual community. It's the people that's attacking everybody. Oh, that's crazy business. And then they sit back and watch to see if we're going to know. We're going to know. We're totally going to know. Shall we? 2 hours in. Seven of Wands. Ooh, this is deep. Something about the ancestors being here. Well, this is the message. Take it as it resonates. This is my contribution to the spiritual community. Hopefully this helped. Close this door, Holy Spirit, please, and thank you. Woo, clear the space in the now. We release it. We let it go. Whatever that was. I hope that helped somebody. If somebody was in the comments, y'all, like quite literally, they going through hell. We just not on that. We just not on that level. Get ready for all these good things to come in, though. On a good note, let's end this on a positive note. For the collective, there's so many beautiful things coming in, y'all. And you know what's so amazing? A lot of it doesn't even come out in the tarot. A lot of it is protected by the universe because there's so many scavengers, so much weird ass, you know, there's forces that don't want you to see it and get it and miss an opportunity. You can't miss it. You can't miss it. It can't be delayed. There's no such thing as delay. That's an illusion, right? So just know that you know that you know it's coming in. I love y'all so much. Take this reading as it resonates. I salute the divinity in you. May the Most High bless your path. May your foot never stumble. May you always have everything that you need, and you will. Ashe, Selah, Amen. I love y'all so much. I'll see you soon. Peace be with you.